Hey crawler buddies, this is Tom with RC Rock Crawlers. Today I'm going to be doing one of my last runs with the original King MIDAS before I do some updates on it. I built this rig probably roughly 5 years ago, and I've never done a breakdown on it. It's running a ToyZuki chassis, and it ran one of the first Brian and G6 Pro Lane events that was here in the States, and it completed it. But let's get to the breakdown. First, the cage in the back is made from a Summit Exocaged. The cab is a Tamiya cab from a Bullhead, I believe. Those are Broom Racing wheels, and you've all, I'm sure, are familiar with the Proline tires. I got Crawler Innovation 2-stage in each end. The light bar is from an old buddy of mine, John Roberts. I haven't seen him make any lights in a while. The lights in the front are from RC4WD drive. Bumper is custom. It's just solid rod aluminum that I drilled and everything, and did some Dremel work too. And you'll see, this is just tire foam to keep it light in the back with the Proline patch on it. Proline Scale Adventure patch. The light bar in the back is from Dustin Cressman, DCRC. I don't know if he makes any more lights anymore. I don't believe he does. Bumper, I believe, was from RC4WD drive. Let's get the cab off and tilt the bar back. I got some old jerry cans in here. I believe they were from James Knight. If I remember right, the shocks in the back were some of the first scale Proline shocks. Let's get that cab off. Okay, we got the cab off. You're still with us. I got a winch. It's a 480 inches of winch, which probably at the spool it's probably making about 600 or 700 ounces of torque. It has a free spool option right here from Robert Knox. See if you guys can bug him enough on Facebook that maybe he'll start making them again. I have a ProTech servo. I believe it makes 650 ounces of torque. I'm running a Mamba X. Mamba X ESC. It is running a Revolver. Actually, it's an original censored Revolver that I no longer run the sensor wire on, because the X's made it that where it is just as smooth without the sensor wire. So why have that in the way? I striped the motor. I deep painted some of it like a barber pole, so that way when it turns, it spirals. I have a AX2 2-speed. That I rebuilt a couple of years ago, but I've had that 2-speed probably, well, since they came out. What's that been, maybe 6 years? And I put a RC4WD drive hardened solid shaft in there. They got rid of the C-clips and replaced the C-clips with O-rings. And I went ahead and put fresh gears in there, even though the gears that were in there were fairly new looking. Let's flip this up on its side. Everything underneath is I got a Delrin skid. I believe that was from ToyZuki. These are Delrin. As you can see, I drive it a lot. It's it's pretty beat up. These are from Blue Monkey. These really don't see rocks or anything like that, so I'm not worried about them being smooth to slide over. And if you can see the part number on them, they're TRX 7075 links. This is the shortest Punisher shaft that are made. This is some generic drive shaft. I don't remember the name of it, but they'll probably all be replaced with Vanguish shafts here soon. That front shaft is MIP, and I'm having a hard time focus. There we go. Now the axles are from Boom Racing. They're just the old cast steel or drop cast axles. The internals is what matters also. In each axle, I have Holmes-Hobbies chromoly lockers. I don't believe he makes those anymore. I grabbed them up when he was making them. And I have helical cut gears all up and down. You know, they're all helical cut gears. The front axle, I believe, is a stock 3:30 ratio from the old AX10s, but like I said, it's helical cut, so they're heavy duties. The drive shafts are, you can see that right there. You can see the color. Those are Vanguish chromoly shafts for strength. In the back, I have the hardened shafts also in there. And the back, both rear axles are underdriven, and they're both 330s. And back to the front. I don't remember who made, these right here, but they're brass. We'll just say knuckles. Anyway, it just adds a little bit of weight up front. I would say the ratio, front to rear weight ratio, I don't really have any front bias weight. I would say it's about 50-50. I tried as hard as I could, but it's really kind of hard to overcome two steel axles in the rear. With the weight up front, the battery up front, the winch, the brass knuckles, and the cab gives me about a 50-50. And this used to be my near vertical comp rig at one time, and I just kind of got bored with a rig that could, at the time, because this is all old school stuff, I got a little bored with a near vertical rig, and I was starting to get into 6x6 and 8x8 truck trial rigs. So stand back up and get this body on, and we'll take it for a little spin. I'm still in the process of redoing my old course I built probably about 10 years ago. So bear with me. I don't really know any of the lines because I'm just starting to get this thing together. Or rebuild it anyway. And for the guys that whine about the Revolver noise, I'll just say quit being a pussy. It's just a little tiny motor, make a little bit of noise. Sorry to be harsh, but you could always just turn it down. Yeah, move this log out of my way. Oh, anyway, the minor upgrades I'm going to do to this is it needs a clutch, and I bought, when the TRX 6 trucks first came out, I actually found a guy online that was selling the axles, so I bought TRX 6 axles for it. So I think that'll be a nice upgrade. Try that backwards. Sorry about that. I was driving like crap. My thumb hit the shifter and I shifted into second. Plus I got mosquitoes that are attacking me right now. It's like, come on, this is California. You're not supposed to have mosquitoes. And there's my co-driver Ozzy. Hello. How you doing, puppy boy? How you doing? How you doing, my chubby puppy? All right. We're done for today. You guys have a great evening. God bless.